Hey guys, welcome back to Book Talk with Meg. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm here with a December haul slash what I got for Christmas haul because for Christmas I did get a lot of gift cards to bookstores. So obviously I had a bunch of books I already wanted to purchase them, they got here. I thought I'd share them with you guys because I'm super excited for all of these. Without further ado, let's hop on in. The first book I did not get for Christmas, but that is Ace of Shades by Amanda Foody. I did already read this. This book was pitched to me as similar to Six of Crows. I would highly disagree with this. If you guys were thinking about picking this up because it's similar to Six of Crows, please don't, because that's not how it is. This book follows two main characters. We have Enne, I never know how to pronounce her name, and we also have Levi. This is a dual perspective book, and basically it follows their adventure together because the entire premise of this book follows our main character, Enne, and I'm just gonna call her that. Honestly, you guys, I don't know how to say her name. What happens is that Enne is adopted by this woman who is now her mother, and her mother is kind of like a mysterious figure, and one time she tells Enne, if I'm not back in 2 months, I am dead, or something has happened to me, and then her mother kind of goes off, and she gives her this contact information from this boy, Levi, who lives in New Rains, which is kind of like a city where you can imagine it's kind of like Las Vegas. So when months pass and Enne's mother is not back, they kind of freaks out and goes to this city which is completely opposite to Enne, and she kind of goes on this quest with the help of Levi, who has ulterior motives for helping Enne, and they go on this quest to try to find Enne's mother. That's pretty much the aspect of it. There is like magic and other elements in this book, which I'm going to review this book fully for you guys, so keep a lookout if you're really interested in this book. So that's the premise of Ace of Shades. This is the first in a series. The second book is coming out in 2019. Super looking forward to that one. It is called King of Fools. Another book I purchased for myself is Dreaming Sun by Ishigo Takano. This is a first in a manga series. I have other books like this coming because I made a book outlet order at 2 a.m. I don't know why I did that, but I'm super hyped for the books I got, so keep your eyes peeled for another haul. This is like a contemporary kind of manga, and it's my first ever manga. I wanted something that was simple to kind of understand and dip my feet into the genre, so that's all I know about it. This is the author of Orange, which is really enjoyed by a lot of people, so yeah, got this. Now on to my Christmas gifts. The first one is Summer Constellations by Alicia Sevigny. She is actually a Canadian author, which is super exciting. I love repping authors that are from my country. And basically the premise of this book is that our main character lives on this campground. She has grown very attached to it. It's been her entire childhood. It's pretty much all she knows. And at one point her little brother gets sick, which stacks up a lot of medical bills, and her mother is kind of having to sell the campground, which our character is kind of like freaking out about because she really doesn't know life aside from the campground and she does not want to. And with that comes a boy that she meets on a dock one night who ends up being the child of the investor who wants to actually buy off the campground land, and they kind of get into a romance, but it's kind of like a hard kind of romance because does she really trust him? He's kind of trying to buy off the campground, and the stories ensues. It's a very short book, but that's the premise. We also have Under Rose-Tainted Skies by Louise Gournall. This is a mental health book. It is a contemporary YA book, and a lot of people have been raving about this. I think this has to do with agoraphobia, and like this girl who obviously is dealing with this very upsetting mental illness, and I think she meets a boy and it's about kind of like letting him in because she can't go out and dealing with mental illness. A lot of people say this is a very beautiful book, sad but very kind to the mental illness in the way that it depicts it, and it's kind of accurate. I don't know because I don't suffer from this mental illness, but I'm very much looking forward to reading this book. Another book I'm super pumped about is Autobiography by Christina Lauren. This is so exciting to me because I've been trying to fill the void of the book What If It's Us by Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera, which That book broke my heart and put it back together so many times, and I love it. But I'm still looking for other LGBTQ romances that will kind of do the same, hence why I purchased this. This follows two main characters, and it has to do with this boy who takes a writing class, I believe in high school, and he kind of falls for the TA, but I believe this includes the religion of Mormons and how LGBTQ kind of clashes with that religion and how the characters are going to deal with it. It was a lot of people's favorite book last year, and whenever this came out, I think it came out in 2017 if I'm not mistaken, but I'm very hopeful that this could fill the void and be another one of the books that I really enjoy in the LGBTQ spectrum of things. I got Chaotic Good by Whitney Garber. This is a fandom book following our main character who really loves cosplay, but kind of something happens and a lot of people are kind of hating on her because of the situation that happens, and it also kind of reminds me of She's the Man, but in a fandom way, because she goes to this comic book store that is kind of like anti-girls and they think girls can't really be part of a fandom, and it's her disguising as a guy to go play Dungeons and Dragons with some other boy, and that's what I know from this book. I have started reading it. Honestly, I'm not enjoying it that much. This is kind of a letdown for a fandom book, but I do like the discussion of fandom in this. I think it's very important that we understand the different phases of fandom and how not everybody sees fandom and is in a fandom in the same way. I also have The Prince and the Dressmaker by Jen Wong. This is, again, the story of a prince who also likes to dress up as a girl and kind of gives himself the nickname of Lady Constellation, and this is a graphic novel. I have read this already, like I read it in like 2 hours. I really love this. The illustrations are absolutely fabulous in this book. I can't say more than that, but it does feature a lot of beautiful dresses, and the underlying messages behind this graphic novel are also very interesting. So yeah, got this one for Christmas. The last book I got is A Very Large Expanse of Sea by Tahara Mafi. This is also a signed first edition, which is pretty cool. Always love me some signed books. This follows a main character who I believe is Muslim, and this book takes place in 2002 after the events of 9/11, and it has to make it has to do with our main character kind of like living in a new area where she gets a lot of backlash because of 9/11, and I think it's her story, and a lot of people say this is heavy on the romance, which I always enjoy, and it has to do with like breakdancing, and there's like family elements in there. It is a short read. I'm really excited because a lot of people have been enjoying this, and I really wanted it in my book collection. So that's it for my haul. Again, there will be more hauls because a lot of new releases in the month of January, as well as a book outlet order that is coming my way. So yeah, that's it for my video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Happy reading!